My toenails used to look like this until I went to a home-based salon to get pedicure, and then my toe looked like this. It was infected, and 2 days later it got infected on the other side. And then one person bumped into my toenail at supermarket and it got severely damaged. Half of my toenail was ripped off and it became super ugly. Hello guys, I'm Anastasia. In this video, I would like you to share my story and learn from my mistakes so you will not end up into a situation like this. I'm a nail technician with 20 years of experience, and if you're wondering, why did I go to a home-based nail salon, to an unknown specialist? Well, I specialize on manicures and nail extensions, and I don't really do pedicures or toenails. That's why I use other people's services. Also, during last couple of years, I was moving a lot. So once you're new to the city, you don't really know anyone yet. So I was doing this trial and error, going to different kinds of salons, hoping to get the pedicure specialist of my dreams. By the way, I don't have any intention to bring down someone's business or this person, so I'm not going to mention any names. But I think this is quite a typical experience. I would like you to share your stories in the comments too if you ever had something like this, because I believe it is going to help someone who is going to a unknown specialist for the first time. I did gel pedicure in my home country, and 2 months later it was all growing, so I wanted to remove my gel overlay and to have pedicure, and I decided to not do a new gel overlay. I will only do regular nail polish because my intention was just to test it out to see how it's going to look like. Among Eastern European nail technicians, it is very typical to remove gel overlays with electric nail file, because sometimes they use this kind of gels and gel polishes that you cannot really soak off. Sometimes they use primer, which also makes it super hard to soak off the overlay. So filing it off is something typical that they do, and this is what she started to do at the beginning. And it felt a little hot and uncomfortable. But I need to say that I am very pain resistant. I mean, I'm pretty cool with many medical or beauty procedures that require some pain. I'm usually pretty okay with it. So I felt some heating, some burning, a little bit, nothing extreme, but I didn't really pay much attention. She was probably using drill bits that were not very new, but she was doing the job and she removed all the products, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. Then she started doing pedicure, and Russian schools, and that's the one that she had back in Russia. Certain schools and certain educators have this specific vision on how manicure and pedicure should look like. You definitely heard this term, Russian manicure and Russian pedicure, but some people take it to the extremes. So they're cleaning the cuticles and they go under the cuticle too deep. Honestly, I don't really understand why is it needed, because I mean, it's important to clean the cuticles, to clean the nail plate, because if you don't, the overlay is not going to stay for long. But really, there's no point to cleaning it like extremely deep, because for most people it's a bit painful and it will not really bring much benefits. So I realized that she's going deeper and deeper doing this cleaning, because supposedly she took one of those classes where they teach you that this is what you need to do, like this is the best kind of service. And I told her, hey, it's fine. You don't need to do this extreme deep cleaning. I will be fine just with regular pedicure. And she said, okay. I mentioned that I'm an educator, I'm a blogger. So I guess that's why she started to feel maybe a little bit more pressure, like maybe that I expected like a better service from her. So she just kept cleaning deep and deep, and it also felt a bit uncomfortable. Once again, I can't say it was super painful, just uncomfortable. And then I just noticed that she was using alcohol and some sprays, so probably she did some cuts, but I realized it later. Yes, can you believe it? It wasn't super obvious for me right away. I didn't realize that she did so many cuts. 2 to 3 days later, I realized that almost every single toe was cut. I'm using services of pedicure specialists for years now, also because I have a special kind of shape, like my big toenail has a very deep C-curve, especially on the sides, which makes it super prone to ingrowing toenail. And this is quite a painful thing to have, and I had it a couple times. Would never recommend it to anyone. That's why I was using this great method that one pedology specialist showed me. So there is some kind of special super thin medical sponge. Then you just cut a tiny strip of it and you put it into the side groove, and this is going to work like a cushion between your toenail and skin and prevent it from growing into the skin. And it was working perfectly for me. So you use it not when you already have an ingrowing toenail, but to prevent it. And for me it was perfect, and since I went to pedicure, I took it with me and I thought that I'm going to ask her to install it for me before we apply a nail polish. And she said, of course, since you have your own, we can definitely do that. And when it was time to install it, which is not really hard, normally I didn't really feel anything. It's about the same sensation as someone is slightly touching your nail, not painful at all. But once she did that, she took this metallic tool, pedicure tool, and she started pushing back my sidewalls, and honestly it felt like my toenail was about to rip off. And I told her that, oh, well, this is quite painful. Later I realized that this was because I had a deep cut in the side groove already, and probably this metallic tool was touching this damaged part, and that's why it felt so sensitive and painful. So she installed this sponge, and I could see how it was absorbing the blood that was running through the side groove. Anyways, at this point, I kind of wanted to leave as soon as possible, and then she applied nail polish, which was not the greatest application, but at this point it didn't really matter. My pedicure didn't look great, but at least my product was off. So I thought to myself, I will just wait it out a little bit until my cuts heal, a few days, and then I will apply new nail polish and it's all going to be fine. But 2 days later, my toe got infected. So this is what happened. I had multiple cuts on every single toe. And since I live in a warm climate, I'm wearing open shoes 24/7. Well, except for when I go to the gym. So I was walking in my flip-flops like I normally do. I was going to the beach, which was a big mistake. And supposedly some dirt or bacteria got inside of my cuts, and this is what happened. And 2 days later, I could feel it swollen and throbbing again, and it was the other side of my toe. So now it was infected on both sides, and it looked just terrible. At this point, I just started to think to myself, I had a pedicure like this like a couple months ago, and now my toe looks terrible. But I was using special ointments, antibiotics, so I thought, okay, eventually it is going to go away. And guess what? I go to Walmart and some person bumped into my toenail slightly. It's not like they run it over with their cart full of groceries. No, they just slightly stepped on my toe, and then I felt this terrible pain, and I look at it and I realized that my toenail is broken now. So I sent all this detailed picture to my pedicure educator back in my home country, and she told me that, hey Anastasia, your toenails, definitely, they were extremely overfiled when they did product removal. That's why they were so thin, sensitive and fragile. That's why, because of this little pressure, which was not even extreme, it got broken. So now I have this blood all over my toenail. Now it's like twice smaller. And I'm like, okay, can my toenail get any uglier from now? Hopefully not. And it was the time when I was already late for the barbecue with my friends. So I went to the barbecue. I just used lots of alcohol. I didn't really know what I'm about to do with it. At this point, obviously, I didn't want to go to any other specialist in the city because I don't know anyone and what are they really going to do with it. So I just waited for one day until it was not as painful. Then I cleaned the wound, cleaned all the blood, and my pedicure educator recommended me to use acrylic to fix this broken part, so at least I will cover it. It will not be as painful. And I decided to use clear acrylic because this is how I will be able to see through it, and in case there's going to be some kind of color change, I will see it right away. And it was quite hard, especially filming the part, but of course I did it for you guys to show you later how it's going to work. It was hard, but I was just using these acrylic beads closer to dry consistency so I can sculpt them. And once I sculpted this area of the toenail that was missing, I felt so much better, like right away. Normally, having acrylic overlay on your toenails is not the best idea because they can easily lift, and once they do, you will have this air pocket where all the moisture and bacteria can go. But I didn't do overlay on my entire toenail, only on this broken part, and it was clear acrylic, and I was checking on it every single day. So eventually it started growing a little bit and I was filing it shorter, until finally this broken part, I think it took about a couple months to finally grow it off, and it felt so much better. And then another year and a half, that's how long it took me to finally grow back the nail bed of my toenail, and now it's almost back to its original state. So this is what I learned from my experience, and this is what you should do. In case you have any kind of cuts on your toenails, on your skin, do not wear open shoes. Do not go outside bare feet, do not go to the beach, do not just go anywhere when you can get potential infection on your toenails. Do not go to public pools. This is also going to be a terrible idea. Just wear open shoes until they heal. Use some special kind of ointments and antibiotic creams just to prevent these cuts from getting infection in them. And to me, the most confusing part is that I know so much about nails. I mean, I'm a specialist in this field, and still, even I wasn't able to recognize what's going on. Like, I wasn't able to tell that my toenails were overfiled right away. I just felt that they were a bit sensitive, but I thought this is because I just removed the product. I didn't realize I had so many cuts because they were really deep and I couldn't really see them right away, only until a few days later. So I can only imagine how this experience may feel to people who are not into the nail industry. So please guys, be careful whenever you have some kind of cut on your finger or toenail. Make sure it's not exposed to any bacteria and it's properly cleaned a few times a day. If your nails got damaged, like overfiled, there's really no way to make them thick and stronger right away unless you wait until they grow up, which is going to take about 2 to 3 months on your nails and about 3 to 4 months on your toenails. I hope my pedicure experience story was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you ever had a terrible salon experience. I would love to hear your stories. Thank you so much for watching, and if this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as normally on my channel I post nail tutorials and stories like this.